Ready? Let's go.
The crossover in this film is, I mean, it's remarkable. You've got Guardians of the Galaxy, you've got Black Panther.
I definitely geeked out a little when I was like standing with them all.
I saw you.
You saw me geek out?
I saw you geek out.
What I do?
That's what I came up to you was like.
Get this man a shield.
Tell me about the beard you've got going on right now.
Yeah, it grew fat. Just a lot of like.
He took prenatal vitamins, actually. So little known fact.
What do you think about Thor's sexy new dude?
It's working for him, isn't it? Looks good.
He is hideous. I can barely keep my eyes on him on set.
Who the hell are you guys?
The Chris's are all here. Hemsworth, Evans, and Pratt. Also Robert Downey Jr., Tom Hiddleston, Tom Holland, Gwyneth, Chadwick. More than 60 Marvel stars in all.
No wonder I only have like 4 lines in the whole movie. It's like the first day of school when you come back. And then by the end of the shoot, you want to kill everybody.
E.T. was on set of Avengers Infinity War. It took 6 months of shooting, mostly at Pinewood Studios in Georgia. But you know, after 10 years of doing Marvel films together, the stars have become like family.
Now you're not just a superhero in this world, but you're a mommy who's a superhero.
Yeah. When I say, you want to come see Mommy's work, she's like, Mommy's work. She loves it. A lot of us have kids now, and when we all started out, we were young and unafraid, and now we're.
I'm at the bar alone.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. Surprise new Infinity War. Obviously they started their press tour, so stuff like this will be happening more and more frequently. There's another trailer that's going to be dropping really soon. So if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the Marvel videos. There's an Infinity Gauntlet replica giveaway going on right now. But there are a couple really cool things happening in the background of this. Like they say a couple funny things, I'll address that in a second. But just look in the background of all these different interview shots. So throughout the different movie, there's a couple different teams or groups of Avengers that sort of make their way around the Earth before they all converge by the end of the film. The really interesting thing about these interviews is that they're all being interviewed on the Guardians of the Galaxy Milano set. Like, look at the chairs in the backgrounds of all these. It's all the same. These are the chairs from the Milano.
Oh no, you're supposed to use a sarcastic voice. Now I look foolish.
Can we put the bickering on hold until after we survive this massive space battle?
Now, that doesn't necessarily guarantee that they're all on board the Milano at some point. It's just that some of the Avengers wind up fighting Thanos on Titan. They have to get there somehow. Unless the Hulk is in those shots and we just haven't seen that footage yet, it seems like Banner stays on Earth in Wakanda, then eventually gets involved in this big final battle. And we did find out that pretty much the entire third act of the film takes place in Wakanda. So you have the battle, you have all this other stuff going on with Vision, Shuri, Scarlet Witch. Like, we see Banner talking to Shuri in this picture here, and there have been a lot of rumors about Hulk's arc during the film, but we just know that he's just one in a long line of broken white boys for Shuri to help fix. So if you didn't read that preview that they released a couple days ago, Captain America is the reason why all the Avengers come to Wakanda, because it is the strongest, most defensible place on Earth if you have a giant alien invasion led by Thanos in his Black Order. The funny thing the director said about Vision is that during the movie, he's like the damsel in distress that everyone's trying to protect because the villain's coming for him. He's a living MacGuffin. So it's kind of a funny plot point. But that, along with wanting to stage a final battle in a really defensible place, provides the reasoning for them to go to Wakanda. But that's led by Captain America, so I'm assuming it's happening after this scene here when they go back to the Avengers facility, like, okay, we need to go to this place. Also confirming where this picks up in the timeline, because Black Panther picks up a little while after Civil War, so when you're watching the Black Panther movie, all of this is happening around or a little bit before the events of Spider-Man Homecoming. Think of Infinity War as being present day right now after all that stuff has happened. But the other Banner thing about this, like he jokes about only having 4 lines during the film, obviously that's not true. He talks more than that. It's a little bit more than shrugs, like you see him here as Banner climbing out of the Hulkbuster, talking to Black Widow, like she's just kind of smirking on her face like, oh, where have you been this whole time? Sun's getting real low. And they sort of, share that moment between the two of them. I'm sure there are a lot of moments like that during the film where there's all this backstory that you need to fill the other characters on. Like, what have Thor and Hulk been up to this whole time? What about that adventure on Sakaar? How did Thor become king and lose his eye?
I'm not fighting any more beings. I'm sick of it. I just told you, if I turn into the Hulk, I am never gonna come back again. And you don't care.
No. I'm putting together the team. The Hulk is the fire.
Wait, you're just using me to get to the Hulk.
What?
It's gross.
What? No.
You don't care about me. You're not my friend.
No, I don't even like the Hulk. He's all
Really?
like, smash. I prefer you.
All that'll probably be addressed on screen with a couple lines of dialogue, maybe some quips from Tony. Like, think of what he'll tell Thor when Point Break walks in with one eye in a giant new axe. But if they're saying the entire third act of the film takes place in Wakanda, there's no way that you can leave out the other members that are fighting Thanos on Titan. So regardless of anybody that might die or be put down for the count while they're on Titan, the rest of them eventually make their way back to Wakanda. So that doesn't confirm that the Mind Gem is going to be the last one that Thanos takes, but it'll be one of the last ones. Speaking of Black Panther, they just crossed $1 billion at the worldwide box office. I don't think it's going to make more than the Avengers did internationally, but it might domestically. So domestic box office is just the United States, international box office is the total picture. No surprise, Kevin Feige said that they already know what they're going to do for the sequel, even though they haven't written the script yet. He just said that there were a lot of things that they thought of in making the first film. Wouldn't it be cool to do X, Y, Z things in the next film? So there's just always a lot of ideas that don't make it into the first film that it's like, we'll save that for the next one. So when it comes time for Ryan Coogler to sit down and start working on the script, they already have a lot of their ideas. Black Panther as a franchise is so popular, they could do the same model for the next film, where you have just Black Panther characters and then maybe like a post-credits scene tying it to some of the other films. So I would really love to see Spider-Man, Captain America, Winter Soldier, especially Winter Soldier now that he's the White Wolf, do some stuff during Black Panther 2. But in terms of crossover, I'm keeping my expectations relatively low. I think if there's going to be more crossover in the new films, it'll be Captain Marvel, just because she's not quite as proven as a franchise. Pending survival of Infinity War, Black Panther and Captain America would be excellent crossover characters for a Captain Marvel sequel. But obviously we got Nick Fury and all this stuff happening in the first film. We haven't had our first teaser yet, but I do believe that Captain Marvel will have a brief cameo during Infinity War. Then they'll probably wait till Comic-Con to release the first teaser for her movie and Avengers 4. Do not be surprised if you start seeing some Thanos Infinity Gauntlet Avengers 4 this summer. Speaking of trailers, the next Infinity War trailer will either drop later this week or it'll drop next week, sometime during March Madness. But like the final four isn't going to be till the end of the month, so I think they'll wait till some of the bigger games, but if we get any updates, I will let you guys know. Just stay on high alert for brand new Infinity War footage, so no worries. I've got some Titans, Red Hood, and Flash posting next, so that should be up in a little while. Congratulations to the latest giveaway winner, MC. Please private message me so I can get your contact details. Click here for that Soul Gem promo breakdown, and click here to watch me unbox that Infinity Gauntlet toy. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.